That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Ah! Okay. And as with all Oink games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag. And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. And I could, like, spot her. Because she's so tall. I love her, though. I love her. It was... But when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom show. That was a seamless transition for the first time. I feel so accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panda's finally learned how to stream. Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause, applause. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy. Thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 tips. Scene collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That just says
we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart. Okay, dang. That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So scene collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That just says
we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart. Okay, dang. That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Ah! Okay. And as with all Oink games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom show. That was a seamless transition for the first time. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC, so cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, I mean, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute. And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. And I could, like, spot her. Because she's so tall. I love her, though. I love her. It was scene collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That just says
we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart. Okay, dang. That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. the ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Okay. And as with all orange games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So first time, I feel so accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panda's finally learned how to stream. Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy. Thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 episodes, I finally got it timed perfectly. So cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute. And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. And I could, like, spot her. Because she's so tall. I love her, though. I love her. It was... And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray. And I could, like, spot her. Because she's so tall. I love her, though. I love her. It was... But when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom
Show.
That was a seamless transition for the first time. I feel so accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panda's finally learned how to stream. Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy. Thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 scene collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
that just says
Actually, we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart, okay? Dang. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Okay. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. I'm Amanda Panda. Welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. It looks like we're grooving this Sunday. Hopefully you can hear the music well. It is Game Chops on YouTube. And it's their video game study lounge, which is quite fun. But anyways, how's everybody going? Hello, welcome in for Y Games. Happy Sunday to you. I don't know why I said saying that as a birthday song. I don't know. Hello, Mara. Expansion for Three Sisters, my bestie. I love Three Sisters. I too love Three Sisters. So I'm very excited and grateful to 25th Century and Motorcity Gameworks for sending this copy to me. Can't wait. And welcome in, D-Belts. How's it going, everybody? What have y'all been playing this weekend? Yesterday, I hung out with Phantom Meeple IRL. In real life, he was down for a convention. Final Fantasy, I think? Maybe? Maybe not? It's FanFest. Whatever that's for. And then we went over to Going Analog, Shu and Christina's house, and played a bunch of games. And then we had such good food. We ate at this new Mexican place with Shu and Christina. Went over to their place, played a bunch of games. Then we went and tried this Indian Italian fusion, which is really good, but very LA priced. And then we went to visit with John and Jose, which is Cribbage and More and Sir Bearsworth, and we played a game and had dessert and drinks, and so it was very, very fun day. And now Panda's flying home, sadly. But yes. Mara says, stand-alone or expansion? I do believe this is a standalone game. Let me just double check. Yes. Fully standalone new edition, but it includes some expansion content. So new content that can be used as expansion modules. So there is the original edition is in here, and there's a 12 chapter campaign mode. So maybe I have a new campaign for the stream. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so let me know what y'all have been playing. Me and Shu and Christina have been kind of going through and helping each other. Like, they do this with Grant Lion too, where, you know, content creators, reviewers get together and play the games that they need to review or make content on and just help each other out, right? And then we get more games played, and then we can talk about more games, which is very, very fun. So yeah. And then I was hoping that I could see the rules and then kind of do a teach while I play thing. Book of Nerds, aka John Gonzalez, aka Craven Moore, did a question on social media about what y'all like to watch. Do you like a full rules teach and then the gameplay? Do you like to watch the rules taught during the gameplay? Do you like just a summary and then, you know, teach rules while we play? It just depends on how people learn, right? But I think it's different when it's a video format. So I don't know. So I was trying to mix it up, but unfortunately the rules are not on BGG, and so I couldn't do that. So we'll have to do it from start to finish, like like always. But yeah, so what have y'all been playing? Do you have any plans for the week? It's gonna be a fun stream week, this coming up one. Lots of things on the books. Very excited. Also, y'all, the newest BGG podcast, I did get it up a little bit late this week, apologies, but it is up. M Peebles is joining me as my guest, and it was such a fun podcast. Here, I'll pop it into the chat. It was a lot of fun to record, and we talked about solo modes in games, and both of us do a lot of solo modes on stream, so it was very fun chat to talk about. And so I hope you'll go and give it a listen and let us know what solo games or games with solo modes that you all like. And yeah, so that is already up, and yeah, give it a share, give it a like, go give it a listen, please. And then after the stream today, I am going to go ahead and record and edit my 5-by podcast review. So that's gonna be a lot of fun too. But yeah, it's Friday, so 2 days ago we had the BGA games with chat with M Peoples, and his blog's up, and we're gonna have a back-to-back. So this coming up week Friday is going to be a new month, May. So we did the last week of April and the first week of May. So you get to back M Peoples streams as well, which is awesome. But then you'll have to wait a while before we do another M Peoples Go stream. But yeah, that's just how things work sometimes with scheduling. Suitably Confused says, I just listened to that episode this morning. Solo modes are almost essential for me, so it's interesting to hear the suggestions and thoughts on solo games. Thank you so much, Suitably Confused. That's very kind of you. Yeah, it was very interesting. I honestly don't play solo modes physically, analog board games, often. I only do it mainly on stream, and then I play it on BGA. I think it's just like video games, it's easier to play a solo digital game than to play a solo physical game. But it's quite nice, you know? It's quite nice, and it really got a resurgence, especially after the pandemic. And it's a very interesting topic, whether or not designers and publishers put solo modes in their games, and I think it's definitely a big selling point, but they have to do it right. If they just do it to sell it, it's, you know, it's just like saying a 4-player game can play at 2 players, but it really can't. It's really not made that way. They just kind of did it to give it a wider audience, but then it kind of does the game a disservice. At least that's my opinion. So yeah, so it was a good discussion, so I'm glad you found it interesting. Super confused. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Dewalt says, I like to design solo games that can be played multiplayer. Competitively? Like, it's easier to, I think it's easier to design, change a solo game to multiplayer if it's cooperative, or because all cooperative games you can kind of play solo, right? But competitively, defaults, wow. Well, roll and rice work well. That is very true. That is very true. Super Confused says, there's a lot of options for games with good solo modes now, and there's some pretty good fan-made solo modes for some games that would otherwise be unlikely to play. Yes, yes. It is very interesting. I do love it when there's fan-made like modes and expansions and solo modes. That's really cool. And I talked to Mir, who designed Ross, and that's how he kind of got into it. He made a solo mode and then kind of got asked to design a different game, right? And then it was just really cool. So that's awesome. And you can find all of these on the BGG website. Hello, Eva. Welcome in. How's it going? Myra says, love me a rollin' right. Yes. Especially a combo-licious rollin' right. That's why I love Three Sisters. That's why Hadrian's Wall is really good too. But yeah, I think most rollin' rights can be soloed. Except remember Twilight Inscription. That one can't be soloed. Yeah. Unless they, like, out of the box, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, roller rights are great. There's just so many, there's almost too many good roller rights, I have to say. Super Confused says, haven't been able to find Three Sisters in stores, so looking forward to the new edition. Ooh, that's good. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe that is why they did the new edition. I don't know. But probably it's definitely going to be easier to get the Harvest edition, because that's the new print. So I don't know. That's cool. That's cool that you get to get it now. Eva says, I have to tell you something. I need to tell you to stop and center yourself. Was I rambling? Sorry, Eva. Thank you for the reminder. But yes, stop and center yourself. Take a sip of tea. Take a breath. Are we all good, everybody? By the way, I love this tea. It says, this is my happy place. I don't know, that's supposed to be books, but could be rule books. I don't know if rule book reading is my happy place though, just to be honest. Oh man, Myra says, I looked at Hadrian's Wall on BGA, was overwhelmed. It is definitely one of the heaviest roller nights. So that's something that you have to kind of get taught in real life, and then it's easier. Like I played a lighter game than Hadrian's Wall. It's Soothsayers on BGA, and I was very kind of confused about what's happening. And then I just played it in real life, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. Just some games you just have to play in real life to see what's happening. Just because BGA is like the layout and stuff you can't change, right? Dewalt says Hadrian's Wall is visually overwhelming. Very true. The gameplay is pretty easy to learn. Also true. It is just a lot to look at. It's definitely a lot to look at. Three Sisters is a little bit that way. Not as much as Hadrian's Wall, but a little bit that way. And so like I wonder, I couldn't reach my OG copy. I should go and get it. But like I wonder if the sheets are a little bit bigger to make it a little bit visually easier to see. So but that's the thing, right? That's the thing with roll and writes that are a little bit heavier, that have a little bit more going on. Oh, Eva says, no, I need you to be calm when I tell you. Hallmark did a movie called Love and Mahjong with no Asians cast. Well, one mixed. I think one of them is mixed Asian, like half Asian or quarter Asian. But yes, I saw that, Eva. There has been lots and lots of discussion about that. Not, you know, publicly, but oh yeah, okay, yeah, she's Korean mixed. But yeah. And the tiles that they're using is from two Caucasian ladies that have basically appropriated and kind of, you know, made a whole company based on a Asian game that they are kind of rebranding and retheming and not giving any credit at all to the original culture. And there is, because I went down the hole on Instagram and YouTube shorts, right, on how Mahjong was made and the reason for the different suits and stuff like that. And it's very much culturally based, and it's very much our folklore is reason why there is certain suits in there, and every Asian community has their own kind of version of Mahjong where they're adding or subtracting different tiles. Yeah, but the worst part is that the media is giving more attention and more credit to the non-Asian creators and players than they are to the actual culture and the actual people that started playing it. So yeah, I get it, Eva. I get it. Yeah. See, this is why I need you calm. Yeah, no, all over Instagram, lots of Asian creators are talking about why they did this, how they did this, how it's... I love that Mahjong's getting a resurgence, but it's getting a resurgence because the Caucasian community is like interested in it now, and it's becoming kind of a little bit whitewashed. There's nothing wrong with an American version. That is completely true, Eva. But they need to remember where it came from, and they need to give credit to where it came from, and not just be like, oh, you know, because it's more appropriation when they make it cool because it's not a BIPOC person selling it or not a BIPOC person playing it, right? It's only cool because it's not, right? So that's the problem. And Mahjong is very, very, very old, so to be confused. I don't know. Let me look it up. I mean, it was just like how Boba got like kind of taken over, or let me see. There's a bunch of them. Like, you know, like people are like, oh, this Asian food is so gross. We're like, no, it's not. It's really delicious. You just did not grow up with it. By the way, welcome to the new followers, Howie Shack and rapper James Graves. You came in on a little bit of a rant, but it's still game related, right? But thank you so much for the follow. It developed in the, well, you can't, mid-19th century is like anywhere. So it gained popularity in China. It spread internationally in the 1920s, but I think it's older than that. See, a American businessman brought it to the United States. Oh my god. Yeah. So it says on Wiki that it was developed between 1850s to 1880s, 1800s. So mid 1800s. So yeah, it's been a long time. But let me go back up. Let me see. Yeah, no representation for the root of the game. Yeah. We were talking about John Ben. We were talking about the movie. Yeah. No, Eva just brought it up. And food, of course. I mean, come on, this is my stream. You know you need your stream snacks. You know you're gonna get hungry. We are going to talk about food. But yeah. Let me just go back up. I think I missed a thing. D-Ball says, I like to design solo games that can be played multiplayer, and I think that he was talking about competitively, which is really cool, from solo modes. Blah, 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 blah. We already talked about that. And oh, okay, so 4Y Game says it plays like an Excel sheet on BGA. Learn the game just by clicking buttons. He's talking about Hadrian's Ball, that one of the heavier roll and writes. I think it's the second heaviest roll and write that I know. But yeah. Eva says they do have a black cast member with Tamara of the three. Tia and Tamara, the siblings. Yes. But she's also not Asian. So Hallmark did a Mahjong movie with a half Korean lady, and that's it. No other Asians in the main cast, using Mahjong tiles made from two Caucasian ladies who are not, who are just re-theming the game, even though the game's themes is purposeful. So yeah. But anyways. Oh man. I know Ben Osteen, welcome in Ben, also plays Mahjong and really enjoys it, which is really cool. But yeah, he goes, the Mahjong travesty film. Yeah, because like it's one thing to have influencers bring to light and make more popular a cultural thing, right? A non like a specific culture's thing, but it's a totally different thing when they don't give credit and they don't talk about the history of that culture, right? Because then it's more appropriation than appreciation. But appropriation versus appreciation has always been very controversial, right? And I feel like it's definitely appropriation when you're doing things to make money and not giving credit to the original history and not understanding why the different suits, the different, themes of that game. Because there's a cultural reason for the four flowers or the four directions. There's a cultural reason for the different suits. So that. I don't think Mahjong would work with edible tiles Myra, just because it'd be very hard to mix and it'd be hard to win, because if you ate the tiles, you wouldn't know what you had to win at the end. But yeah. And Super Confused is bringing us back to the solo game discussion because the BGG podcast with M Peoples just went up yesterday. Well, no, on Friday. And we talk about solo games. But Super Confused says how easy to play the Automa and heat pedal to the metal is one of the best for ease of play and not wasting time on their move. Yeah. See, I feel we both, me and Men Peoples, very strongly feel that automas or solo modes the AI should not take longer to do their turn than you. So yeah. The tiles are made of food. I mean, that could work as long as it's hard enough to be played with, to make it more compostable, because I think it's made of resin. Ben says it's really upsetting to see how bad it is. Like almost every choice they made was offensive. I did not watch the movie. Did you actually watch the movie? The film is built to distance the game from the culture. See, that's the horrible part, right? And then Ben says, I do hate it when solo, but you have to basically run a computer simulation to play. Then it's better digitally. then you just make it a digital and don't do it analog solo, right? D-Wait says use Rice Krispie treats. That would be fun, but then you have to kind of cover it in fondant in order to have the suits on the things, right? On the tiles. But that would be fun. And then but then you have to wrap each tile because a lot of people are touching them. You'd have to wrap each tile with like saran wrap, and then you could eat it afterwards. I mean, that'd be fun. I mean, look at this. Like, I've been collecting these. Like, my mom got me this like very cute magnet, and I've got at WonderCon. I got a keychain. Ooh, I have it right here. Ah, everything's falling. But yeah, so this Asian American was, you know, did a really cute packaging thing, and I got this really cute keychain. So it's the Good Fortune with the green dye, and I was like, oh, that's adorable. So yeah, and then she put in like one of these fortune cookie erasers. By the way, fortune cookies are an American thing, an Asian American thing, but not an Asian thing. Eva says, to hell with that. Hallmark's done diversity in casting, so confusing, why not an Asian cast? Or at least one of the couples being Asian. Come on, could have done a bunch of old Asian Biddy teaching some nice white boy how to play better. It would add some hilarity. That is very true. That is very true. There has been a lot of good movies with a Asian cast that has been done. Like Crazy Rich Asians did a really good job, like talking about how mahjong and how much it's a brain, like it's almost like a poker where you're actually reading the other players, and it's not just like luck based. And then like I think it was like, there was another one. There's a couple of movies that had good mahjong representation. But yeah, I have not watched Hallmark movies in decades. I've seen mahjong cookies that you can enjoy while playing the real mahjong game. Yeah. Hallmark. Oh, Ben says, given how purposefully and sometimes cynically Hallmark typically approaches production, I cannot think it was accidental. It probably wasn't. It's one thing to, you know, like, it would have been fine if they took the movie, you know, and made it so that people now had an appreciation of mahjong and its culture, but it was kind of used as a gimmick, and because mahjong is more hyped right now, it's almost trending right now, that they're like jumping on a trend instead of actually being thoughtful of the movie that they made in a way. But yeah. Ben says, I'm a little fascinated by the films they produce, especially when they put mild variations on the same plot at the same time with the same actors. It is weird that they use the exact same actors. I understand it's probably a contract thing, like an actor has to do like 5 Hallmark movies in the next 5 years, but they're making the same movie over and over again. Yeah. Also, Eva says Hallmark's done some cute holiday movies with Asian casts. That is true. Hallmark, ugh. Yeah, I know. Hallmark movies for brain dead entertainment, especially the mystery. Oh, the specialty. Oh. Ben says they're a business, but they don't treat their consumers as single demographic. They do have a broad church, so to speak. Really? That's interesting. Myra says a YouTube does a skit about Hallmark movies. It's so funny and true. I can see that happening. Silly Confused says I read that as Asian cats instead of Asian cats. That would be a funny movie. Like someone making a Hallmark holiday film, but with cats. That would be absolutely hilarious, I think. But yeah. Asian. Do we have, I guess, Siamese cats? Persian cats? Is there other Asian, like, Asian cats. Those are the only two I can think of. Oh man. The Holderness family does skit. Oh, is that the YouTube channel? Meow Jung? Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. That'd be funny if someone did like an Asian themed mahjong set. Meow Jung. Oh my goodness. Oh, I read that in a section of the Hong Kong airport, they have times where you can go and paint a mahjong tile like yourself and take it as a souvenir of your trip to Hong Kong. And I'm like, would I really? I probably would if I ever took a trip to Hong Kong and like time my flight so that I could make one of those tiles. Oh man. Eva says, and to give Hallmark some credit, they do have LGBTQ2IA plus representation and do holiday movies with couples getting together. And they do a token Hanukkah movie. See, it's a token movie though. Is it really like a good representation of Hanukkah? You know? And not to be racist, but those are more white slanting, right? So they're doing things right. I don't know. I don't watch Hallmark movie. I really shouldn't speak. It's just what looks. Yeah. No, all I have to say is that poster of the mahjong movie is absolutely terrible. And the people that I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. I don't know if it's going to be representation, representative of the game. Apparently not, according to a lot of people. Yeah. Eva says it's one Hanukkah movie in about 50 Christmas movies. That's what I mean by token. Yeah. But they get to be, they have a little something for everybody, apparently, right? Yeah. Did y'all see the, I think I posted it to my stories as kind of like a joke, but this one person was so fed up with the mahjong movie that they turned a Catan, was it Catan, into all Asians. I was like, I would watch that. Unfortunately, it's not getting made, but I would watch that. Yes. Mara, oh yes, thank you, Mara. Yes, we are going to get to 3 sisters. Thanks for getting us back on track. But yeah, let me know what y'all have playing. Y'all have been playing over the weekend. And hopefully that's not too long. Okay. Mara, my job is to distract Panda. Eva, you did a good job. But yeah, so I got this as a review copy, I do believe from 25th Century. They're collaborating with Motorcity Gameworks and Loaded, Roll and Write. Is that 2 Loaded? Yeah. And so this is 3 Sisters Harvest Edition, so I'm going to check it out from start to finish. So we are currently unboxing it. So this is a new edition of 3 Sisters. Yes. So this is they have the OG game in here, but now there's a 12 chapter campaign mode and they have expansion modules. So that's what we're gonna check out. So it's definitely bigger and heftier than 3 Sisters. 3 Sisters has the Motorcity Gameworks size box for all of their roll rights. But this is the new edition, and I think Simply Confused says that he can't even find the OG edition, so there is that. So I think that's what they are putting into this one. So it looks like the score pads are very similar. We have a double-sided game board, which was the same as in the OG. We have still the same first player marker, round marker, Farmer Edith marker, and the orange pumpkin dice. So all that is very, very same or similar. I think all of the rules are the same, but I'll have to check it out. And then they have the solo mode. The OG game also had the solo mode. And then we had the chapter-based expansion for the base game. So that's the 12 chapter 12 chapter campaign. So this is the 12 chapter campaign base expansion to the base game, and there's so many other stuff. So this is like all different things, and all different tokens, and then you're just going to go through all the chapters. And let me see, there's a free play mode. So this basically allows you to use the chapters as expansion content instead of a campaign. And it's made by the same people, Ben Pitchback, Adam Hill, and Matt Riddle. Super Confused says, I finally learned 70 Wonders Duel. Played 4 times, was getting the hang of it. Great game. Wish I learned it a while ago. Oh yeah. And they have the Lord of the Rings version of 70 Wonders Duel, which is also very fun. Eva says, I wish they sold the expansion so people can add it to the original. That might be a good thing to talk to them about. Yeah. Because it's just like almost another game, right? And these are paper. So let's look. So we have a packet of stuff. So we have a bunch of different cubes and more cubes. It looks like we have some 3-leaf clovers, which is very, very cute. Very tiny 3-leaf clovers. We have bigger cubes. So this is half OG, half new. So this is the OG start player marker, the OG Edith, and the OG round marker. And now we have some new. We have a tractor. Is that a beaver? We have a smaller pumpkin. We have a pepper. And this looks like a water wheel. Oh my gosh, you can't even see the Edith. So the grinder, you know what I'm talking about, where they have a little water wheel that grinds stuff. And then we have the dice. So the OG are, they're multicolored now. So the OG is just straight orange dice, but this is like orange and yellow. And then we have a pepper dice. We have the 3-leaf clover, the clover dice. And then we have a pink pepper dice. And more pumpkin dice. Okay. And then we have baggies. Of course, we all need more baggies. It's like you don't, but when a game does not give you baggies, it's kind of like, what the hell? Why didn't you give me baggies? And then we have cards. And so we have the boards. We have more boards now. Is that one board? Wow, these boards are thick. So this is the OG board. And it looks very much the same. Well, except for... So this looks like... This looks like the same, but this has now rows 3 and 4, rows 1 and 2, which is different from the original game. And we have some new boards. There's the clovers. It looks like a prairie dog. That might be a prairie dog. And then we have the tokens, which are new. And we have more tokens. Okay, and there we go. Super confused. These are still paper. Still paper. Double-sided. And this is the OG game. It looks very much the same as I remember it. It does not look bigger. It does not look bigger to the OG game. And then this is the 2 new player pads that are also double-sided. It looks like a different shed. So we have a different shed with different things. Oh, we have a tractor. Is that new? And then now we have red dye values on jalapenos. Oh, it's jalapenos. Even it's red jalapenos. And then we have a different garden too. If you look. So now we have this giant pumpkin in the middle going to all of our different gardens. So we have 2 new paper pads. And that's... So it's not dry erase sheets. Yeah. Ben says, I'm curious, is the Three Sisters expansion printing better than the previous game release? Not Three Sisters, I forgot the name of it. Same designers, the 3rd of their series. Is that the that's the one set in New Orleans, right? I gave away that one as the game printing was so poor it was almost unreadable. Oh, that's not good. That's the French Quarter was the one you had issues with. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, Motorcity is their first game. Then we had Three Sisters. Then we had French Quarter. But no, this looks pretty clear. This looks pretty the same as Three Sisters. The OG printing in terms of clarity. So, I don't know. Okay, so we'll chat about what we've been playing while I go ahead and punch this out. Suitably Confused says, I bought the Lord of the Rings edition of Seven Wonders Duel. Now I'm inspired to get that out and learn it. Yes, it's good. So we now have pepper festivals. Apples equals red reapers. Peaches equals jalapenos. Blackberries equals peaches equals habaneros. Blackberries equals jalapenos, and raspberries equals yellow bells. So all of the fruits are now become peppers, and it's dual-sided, but it's the exact same thing on each side. Very interesting. And then we have the farmers market. So this has changed then, in terms of the farmers market. So I guess you would change it to this. Is it the same size? Why is it slightly different? I guess it's supposed to be a different look. Is it different on either side? Let me see. 1, 4, 20, 35? No. Compost? No. No. Why is it the same on each side? If that's interesting. I don't know why it's the same on both sides. But yeah. Huh. Anyways. So yeah, so that's gonna replace that. And then we have some new tiles. And it looks like it replaces the some of the tiles on your paper? No, it doesn't. Huh. Wait, what the hell? Okay. Interesting. Let me look at this one. Is it the same size as this one? So we have the shed. It looks like it's the shed. It looks like it could be the same size. No, it's slightly bigger than the shed. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's double-sided too. I'm guessing you will upgrade. And maybe change it? That's interesting. To change the, what do you call it? Your player sheet with actual tiles. But you can't, what do you call it? Mark on these. That's interesting. So, these are, on the back it says, you can flip it over. And I need to keep them in these groupings because I'm guessing they're per player. Because we're getting one set per player. And I don't want to mix that up. And then we have... Okay, I have to see what kind of animal this is. Where's my rule book? What kind of animal is this? This is a groundhog! Oh, I would not have. I would not have guessed it. But we have a groundhog. That adds to different things. We have a groundhog. And now we have a playtime... Wait. Play anywhere and 2 goods. It looks like 3 groundhog for it. Interesting. So those are the groundhogs. And we can now have the clovers that get rid of groundhogs and give you clovers. Ben says, I like the game, French Quarter. But, oh, Eva says, I like the game French Quarter, but agreed the printing for the sheet was hard to read. Yeah. Yeah, this is a standard, yes, it's like a version 2 with an expansion. So this would be the base game with a 12 chapter campaign that can be used as individual expansion modules, if that makes sense. Unless there's enough room around the sheets in the box to laminate a few. Yes, there is enough room for lamination on both ends. So if I did this, you can see that there's a good 1/4 inch all around, so that yes, you can laminate and do that. Tractor not new. Oh, is the tractor not new? I don't remember the tractor, Myra. Oh, I guess it's not new on the sheet, but the token's new. I don't remember the original having space. I'll have to check. No, the original didn't have as much space. It was definitely smaller box, because this is not the same Motorcity Gameworks size box. I don't have their game close enough to show you. Yeah, no, this is definitely a bigger box. I don't know why. It seems much bigger than the normal, but I don't think so. Original sheets had edge space, but only just fit to the top bottom in the box. Oh, okay, so it had spaces on the edges. Oh, that's interesting. So is this the same size, only thicker? Like with depth? I did not know that. Let me see. That is for that. This is for this. And then we'll do this. They did give us exactly 4 of the sides, so I am guessing it is for the individual players. Ooh, does that mean I have individual player packs now? Maybe, so we'll have to see. Ben, do you have a ruler? Can you give me the size of the box that the OG is? I just wonder if this is bigger than the OG box. Let's see, this box is 6 1/4 by 8 3/4 inches. Okay. So now I have everything organized, except is this for player color? Let me see. We have oh, these are groundhog cubes. Does that mean these are groundhog poop cubes? No. Okay, these are player colors, so I will need to separate these into player colors. Okay. So we will do that. And I guess I could do... No, that's different. Okay. Original box 8.5 by 6.1. So it's the same width, but slightly taller, like a 1/4 inch taller. Why does it seem so much bigger? That's very interesting. Myra says my game is at my best teaser I would measure. Thanks, Myra. Okay, so I get to edit. I get to put these into their own baggies for organizational sake. I do like to make little player packs because it just makes things a little bit faster. And I should write what's in each player pack so that everyone can organize their own. But I think usually it's pretty easy to say, oh, put all of that stuff of your color and this into your own baggie. Okay. No. Okay. Oh. I wonder why we need cubes. I guess it's to be put on the boards? Most likely. But if it's to be put on the boards, I don't know if I like yellow and white. Just because it's kind of hard to distinguish in certain lights. So, let me see. Okay. Okay, so we have everything organized. Let's... Oh, I didn't show off the cards. We have new cards. What are these cards? These are from the expansion because the OG game had no cards. What are these? These are called 16 mil project cards. It looks like goals. So these are, looks like goals. This is called the old mill board. And this is called the Groundhog Chart. Okay, and then we have a bunch of these cards. Does the Harvest Edition have the Rock Garden expansion? I don't know what the Rock Garden expansion is. I have to check. Let's see. These are lesson cards. So basically they are public goals that the first to finish gets the most points. We have a Pepper Festival cards. Same thing. We have the Pepper Festival tile. And we have event tiles for the groundhog and the clovers. And a rondelle action tile. Okay. That's all new stuff. We have 16 barn tiles. That was what these were for the individual players. But are they for the individual players? That's the question. The weather expansion. Oh yeah! I remember the weather expansion. I don't know if they have the rock garden expansion. I kind of want to say no, which is interesting. Let me look up what's included in the rock garden and the weather expansion real quick. Three Sisters Rock Garden expansion. Oh no, it does not include the rock garden expansion. Huh. It's out of stock. It was a tile. So no, it does not include the rock garden. Why would they not include it? That's interesting. Weather expansion. Three Sisters. The Google popped up. Weather expansion for the atmosphere? No. And then we have the Three Sisters weather expansion, which, where is it? It is another little tile, and it is, we do have, oh, that's where the tractor, that's where this green tractor came in, but we don't have a cloud, so that means no, it's not included either, which is very interesting.
Pew, pew, pew.
Now I'm gonna have to look through some of the chapters, but there's no cloud and there's no board, which means it's not gonna be included. Interesting. Ben says the rock garden is a small pad and the weather expansion is a small strip with rules. So the answer is no. And I'm gonna look if the pads have weather on them. They do not. They do not, and they don't have anything that has the rock garden looking thing on them either. So I'm guessing that you can have those mini expansions and still put it into this game. Weather expansion rules on first rulebook, so we always do that. Is it in here? So the 12 chapters: New Beginnings, Teachable Moments, Back to School, Groundhog Trouble, Double Dog, The Great Pumpkin, Pumpkin City, Barn Builders, Poppy's Pepper Festival, Field Trip Fundraiser, The Old Mill, The New Mill. Yeah, I don't think I ever got the weather expansion or the other expansion. Yeah. So no, what? Oh, yeah, it's not included. It is not included. Very, very interesting. Hello, Panic Games. Thanks for the pew-pews. Hey, Bonds. Quick question. Okay, what's your question? I don't know if you know this, but you won a 1-month BGA premium code from Dead Last Again on Friday on my stream. Oh, yes, please do. Thank you so much, Bonds. And thank you to Dead Last Again. Bonzonator had her 5-year stream anniversary on Friday. I'm sorry I missed the ending because I went and took a nap and it turned from a 30-minute nap to a 6-year. 6-year. You're right. I'm confused. Not used to being confused. 6-year stream anniversary. That's just amazing. I think my 5 year is coming up. But yeah, I took a nap and it turned from a 3-hour nap to a 4-hour nap. But yes, congratulations, Bonds. And she was amazing. Did a really long stream for the whole day. Raised a lot of money for a very good cause. I do believe it was a charity that supports the rainforest. And you are amazing, Bonds. You are an inspiration and just a lovely human and very, very fun. Yeah. Yes, 1 hour nap to a 6-year nap. Yup. That is true. Sadly, you know. But yeah, congratulations again, 6 years. I know all of you are already following her, but if you're not, go follow her. yeah, that's a good question, Eva. Have you recovered? Did you get to sleep in? You know, I hope you on Saturday, got to like eat and enjoy yourself. It does take a lot, right? A lot of things. Because now you're kind of behind, right? And you have to deal with all the giveaways. She did amazing, a lot of giveaways donated by a lot of people because Mons is amazing and we all want to support her. So yeah, wow, this looks like such a mess on my desk, but this is how my desk looks. Okay, so I know I need to reacquaint myself with the solo mode. And how to play really, but we can do the first chapter of the game, right? Oh, never mind. The first chapter of the game is the original game. Then we need to skip to the second chapter. Okay, and we can play teachable moments. And there's, okay. So, yeah. So, Three Sisters, the whole thing about Three Sisters is that there is 3 plants that farmers will plant together because they really help each other. So, the introduction to Three Sisters is, the garden plot in your backyard is tilled and ready. The days are getting longer and the weather warmer. Your kids have come home from a camp eager to teach you a gardening method called companion planting. This technique has been practiced by indigenous peoples for centuries to grow a trio of crops known as Three Sisters: corn, beans, and squash. See, they have basically said, given credit where credit is due. The corn provides a lattice for the beans to climb, the beans transfer nitrogen from the air to the soil, and the squash creates a natural ground cover that reduces weeds and keeps pests away. And for their squash, they're using pumpkin. Your backyard also includes perennials, an orchard, and even a beehive to pollinate it all. Fill your shed with tools and your garden with compost. Between managing your crops and taking occasional trips to the farmer's market, your summer's going to be packed with activity. Can you grow the best garden in town? Yes. I think I have the weather because I don't have the weather because they have rain on here where it rains, which is kind of cool. And the theme is it's well done, I think, in this game. In Three Sisters, I think the theme really does come through with the play. Now, for the Petalhaven chapter-based expansion, it says, Petalhaven, a quaint and picturesque town nestled in the heart of farm country, which has rich and vibrant history. It's a place where rolling hills meet fertile soil, and life flourishes in an abundance of colors and flavors. But the story of Petalhaven cannot be told without the tale of its founder, a remarkable woman named Poppy. I wonder if Poppy and Edith know each other. Poppy, who was on first name basis with practically the entire town, was a true visionary. She grew up in this region when it was a little more than wild prairies and untamed land. With her unwavering determination and intrepid spirit, she almost single-handedly revolutionized Petalhaven, turning the wild landscape into a thriving farm community. The town's beloved mill stands. That's what it is. It's not a windmill. It's a water mill. that grinds the thing, but with water power. Yeah! The town's beloved mill stands as her most enduring legacy. More than just a milling facility, is the very heart of Petalhaven, where crops are ground, stories are recounted, and community bonds forged. Poppy's ingenuity and deep connection to the land were the foundation upon which the town was built, and her influence can still be felt within the traditions of the townsfolk. In generations that followed, Poppy's spirit of innovation and love of farming lived through her descendants. Her great-grandchildren Olive, Piper, Summer, and Kevin has chosen to stay in Petalhaven, pitching in for the prosperity of the town and the success of the family farm. Together, 4 siblings continue to cultivate the land. They embrace the challenges of life in this small town, a resilient community where the people care about each other. Welcome to Petalhaven. You'll take on the roles of the 4 siblings as they navigate the demands of the homestead and experience new adventures in farming, which as always includes dealing with the meddling but endearing neighbor, Edith. Oh, Edith is just their neighbor. That's so funny because in the solo, Edith is kind of annoying. Myra says weather expansion was just using dice in the next round as a rule. So if you have the original book, you can easily do it. Oh. There is... Oh, so you roll a die and then, like, if you get a 1, then there's no effect. If you roll a 2, lightning, you may not use the water action this round. Roll a 3, it's cold, you may not use the apiary this round. Roll a 4, it's cloud, start of round, take one perennial action. Oh, cloudy, start the round, take 1 perennial action. And it's hot if it's rolled a 5, plus 1 good when harvesting fruit. And windy, when planting one of the seeds, you must be planted in an adjacent field. Oh, because the seeds go and fly around. That's cool. So it is on BGG if you want to try that, which is nice. Yeah. So basically, there's 12 chapters and stuff, and new twists. Okay. I really wish they'd put everything into this one thing, right? I don't know. I think a lot of different games do that though. Is that when they make a second edition, they'll put the expansions into it. So I was surprised when they didn't. Hello, Judy Game. How are you doing? What have you been playing over the weekend? Okay. So we're gonna do chapter 2, a teachable moment. I will have to go over some of the OG rules, just because I kind of forgotten some things. I haven't played this in a while. But the siblings have a new problem. A mischievous gang of local children have taken a liking to the family farm. They're sneaking through the fences in order to play among the corn rows, inadvertently trampling and damaging the crops. Olive did everything she could to deter it. She put signs, spoke with their parents, even tried to reason with the kids directly. But they continued to show up on the property driven by curiosity and youthful exuberance. Then Olive had the brilliant idea. She should put them to work. She offered to teach the kids about gardening. She showed them how to cultivate the soil, how to plant corn, beans, and pumpkins, how to tend the plants as they grow. She explained the hard work and dedication it takes. As the kids learned from the farm's inner workings, they developed a genuine respect for Olive and her fields. And that's true for anything. I think that's why, was it like the festivals, right? Or the fairs that show and teach where your beef comes from, where your milk comes from. They're also very important. Jerry's at their board game reunion. Oh, have fun. You're playing 10. They're playing 10B, and I just got here. Ah, okay. Well, feel free to lurk, or thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great time at your board game reunion. That's awesome. Eva says, mind me, the 2 expansions did not add much to the game. Well, expansions are not really supposed to. Not too much, especially when they're mini. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you think expansions are supposed to add a lot? Or, just kind of add a little bit, especially if you played a lot of it. Okay, so there's 2 lesson cards I need to find. Let's make dirt. And prune that orchard. Done. Use the sides of the cards marked from solo play, not multiplayer play, right? Oh yeah, so they have little 1p for one player. Give each player 2 markers. Give each player 2 markers on their color. Oh, okay, so if I'm blue, I need to have the blue markers, which are these cubes. So solo mode, use the size of lesson card marked for solo play. You have no opponents in solo. All comparative requirements have been replaced with scoring tiers. And the rewards you can earn vary based on the speed or degree of completion. There's a variant when playing this chapter as a one-off. You can use any of the 2 to 6 lesson cards. Okay. There you go. So these are kind of like mini expansions, modules that you can add. Gameplay. Okay. So the lessons are representative of the goals that we've taught the kids. Okay. And once you've met the requirements, you receive the rewards that might be immediate or end of round or at end of game. Okay. And there's a index. Lesson index, page 7 or 8. So this is all the different lesson cards. Okay, so then we're playing a normal game just with that. Which means I put these back. This stays out. I'll have to figure out what side I'm supposed to do for the solo game. This goes back. All these go back. I don't... Well, okay. Let me get the OG dice. How many do I need? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't need this. These I do need. Don't need any of anything else. What? Nope, nope. Well, I don't need the start player. I need Farmer Edith. And I need the round tracker. That much I remember. Everything else goes back inside the box. Alright, so I doubt it's gonna be able to stay out. Suitably Confused says, if an expansion barely adds anything to the game, why wasn't it just added to the base game as an optional playroll? That's a good question. If it's a Kickstarter, it's to generate hype, I think, and generate more people backing it than waiting, because they need the money before they can create the game, right? Myra's, and also it's almost advertising as well. It also helps with your friendly local game store, because a lot of times they give it to them, and so you can only get the micro expansion if you buy it at the game store, which is a way to generate sales for physical stores and keep them in business, right? Myra says some expansions made the game, like Quacks, I love both expansions. Oh, made the game. So if it makes the game so much more fun, then it's almost essential, and then why wasn't in the base game either? I don't know. Also, yes, that is true, Cheery, that sometimes they don't realize what they need until after feedback. Because they have a limited, like, playtesting pool. But once it goes to retail, then it's a limited playtesting pool, right? Which is why a lot of things get caught after it gets to retail. Which is also why medicine is like that too. They have limited testing groups, and then when it goes to, you know, the general public, then you have thousands upon thousands of people taking the medication, and then they see how other ethnicities body, you know, different, how it interacts with other medication or diseases or something like that. So like the first release of a medication is almost like a play testing as well, right? It's almost like a testing pool in itself. So Suitably Confused says that if they didn't realize it until feedback, then the expansion better not cost much. And most expansions that are micro only cost like $5, right? Well, Myra, you know, board gaming is a luxury hobby. So yes, everything costs. Cherry says, I will go now. Good luck. Thank you, Cherry. Have a good day. Hey, Chocolate Wine. Welcome in. Good day. How's it going down under? Let's see. If it's sunny right now, are you snowing? You're in winter, right? Okay. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was double checking my solo rules. Okay. Solo side of the game board. What is the solo? I think this is the solo side of the game board. Wait, that one has a racer too. How do I know what's the solar side? No, this is the solar side because it has the rows. Does it have the? Yes, so that has. Okay, so the solo side is the one that has the Edith right here. This one does not. So this is the solo. I think maybe this is the same as the OG. But I don't remember the rows. But anyways, we have Edith. We have the round tracker. Okay. And we have 4 dice. Wait, hold on. We have 4 dice, not 6. Oh, because it's like a 2-player game. Okay. And then I need my papers. Nope, I took the wrong papers. I have 2 sheds and I need a garden. Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh dear. And which shed am I needing? I need this. Okay. Everything goes back. Okay. Including you. Okay. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay. And then I have my 2 papers here. And then this will go away. At some point. Can you see everything? You can. I will move. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I will move this over here. This is what happens usually off screen before I stream. Alright, we have our 4 dice. We have our 2 cards. Our goals. This was supposed to be inside. It's gonna go off to the side. And that's good. Okay. Chocolate Wine, what have you been playing? Okay, so now we have that. I need a pen or marker. Of course it's a roll and write, and I totally forget that I need a pen or marker. I don't know why I do that. And it has to be erasable because yeah. And unfortunately I don't have my OG with the tokens that Duchess made for the game. Duchess 1105 loves Three Sisters as well, and loves it so much that she created tokens so that you can keep track of all the combo wombo stuff that you get from the game. Anyways, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm juggling a bunch of stuff. Okay. So we have only 8 rounds as normal. Okay, so let's see if I can remember how to play. The planning phase. We roll all the dice. Then we sort them by value. And then we put it on the rondel in ascending order. Where does Edith start though? Where does Edith start? Oh, she starts with the golden push pin, which is this one. So then we do this, which is plant our water. We have shed time? Yes, shed time. And then we have this one. And then Edith will go into this one here. Chocolate Wine says, it's autumn here, not snowing yet. I've been playing Moon Colony Blood blah 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 blah. Moon Colony Bloodbath, and we played big game of Tang Garden. That's awesome. That's a beast to relearn with all the expansions. Oh my gosh, with all the expansions, hell yeah. Yeah, but that's fun. I played a bunch of games yesterday with Phantom because he was here in town, in real life, which is always great. Always great. And we have planned the next 2 games, Phantom, the Panda and Phantom show stream time, so that is coming up next month. Okay, so I've done that. Edith moves, yes, that is the planning phase, which is the same. Then the gardening phase. You and Edith each choose 2 dice. I will go first in odd rounds, and Edith will be the first in even rounds. Does not say that. Will I remember that? I guess I will. Okay. Me, Edith, okay. She always chooses the die from the apiary or the yard space with the golden pinups, if available. Oh, those are green. This one. Otherwise, choose the next available die in clockwise direction from there. Okay. When whoever's the first player takes their second die, they must choose the lowest remaining die. Oh, so my second choice is not a choice. I must take the lowest remaining die. Okay. That's the gardening phase? Okay, so the gardening phase is the big one, where I do all the things. And then this is the event phase. Gardening and then rondel action. Oh, Edith. Oh, Edith is just gonna be mean and cross things off on my board. Oh, boo. Okay, so she's just not letting me do things. So we have pumpkins first. Tallest to shortest. Oh, we have 2 pumpkins. And then corn. And then beans. Okay. Oh man. And then the rondel actions. Okay. So maybe I have to read this while I go. Yeah. And I need to have at least 40 points at the end of the game. Okay. And let me see. So the gardening action is you are going to grow one thing using the die pip. So if I chose a 6, I go into the number 6 space in my garden and grow one thing, right? Yep. Take a garden action, which means I get to plant 2 crops in the zone by filling only the box bottom to up. Okay. Water. So plant. Wait, hold on. The garden actions are to plant or water, but okay. So for each die, I can either plant or water, and water means water all the crops in that indicated space, and it's gonna grow. Okay, I'm slowly remembering this. And then we have the rondel actions. So we have the garden action twice, which is this one. We have shed time. And shed allows you to mark off one of these in one item. Got it. Compost and 4 goods. So these are our goods and these are our composts. I do believe compost is plus or minus 1 die, and goods give you points for every 5 that you have. And then we have apiary or yard actions. Apiary is here, so we're still going from bottom to top. And then yard action is the fruit, and that's going from left to right. And then we have the farmer's market action. And then based on the die, you get to do one of these perennials from bottom to top. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Farmer's action. Farmer's market is based on how many goods you have. And that gives you different perennials. Hold on, let me read the farmer's action. does it have a wait? Consult the farmer market chart. Take goods based on the number. Take actions based on the number of goods. Okay. And it does look like the perennials have different numbers on them. That's new, I think. And then we have the event space. Shed action, rain, water 1, all zones in your garden. Starting with zone 1. Farmer's market. And okay, so that's it. Okay. And then, yeah. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. Is there a thing with the solo mode? No. Okay. 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 Oh, so the shed she's gonna cross out is based on that. Where is the thing, the icon that's based on that? Oh, the shed is okay. Mason jars. She'll go down this list, so I need to keep this open. Oh, okay. What is the row 3 and 4 for? Oh, shed time. That's only during shed time. The shed item choose based on the icon of the action and the value of the die. Oh, okay. So if it's a shears, it is mason this row 1 or 2. Oh, and then 3 or 4, and then based on the number, which one she crosses out. Okay, very annoying, but got it. And then the apiary, she goes top down. Yard, she goes right to left. Okay, and then for the goods, she just does not allow me to get points. Okay, very, very rude. And that's okay. Chocolate Wine says, oh yeah, okay, I already talked about that. Cool, 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 cool. Now we have the expansion. Prune That Orchard. Prune That Orchard says when a player fills 4 peach boxes, they put a player marker on the leftmost available box. After you get 1 bonus action and 1 perennial action. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot what was the different bonus actions you could do. Okay. So bonus actions are only for perennials, apiaries, yard, or shed. Okay, just not a garden action. Got it. Let's make dirt. At the end of the game, score points based on your total compost generated. Okay. Generated, it doesn't mean it was used. Got it. Okay. I think I got it. Edith needs to mind her own business. Yeah, she's the OG Karen, right? Oh my gosh, that's gonna annoy me, but... Hello! Welcome, new follower. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Ultrasonic Color, for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We're playing one of my favorite games. So, it's going to be a mini expansion. So, like a little bump in this. With these 2 cards, and then basically they have 12 of these. Actually, they technically only have 11 of these because the first one is to teach you. So we'll make Edith red. Let me see if my red pen works. Oh no, what if my red pen does not work? Oh no. I need a marker now. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no, not all my pens, my own. Ew, my pens do not work. What happened to my whole thing of things for my rolling rights? Ooh, birds. Okay, hold on. That is, okay, here. Come here. I have a thing, a whole thing for rolling rights. Where did that go? Y'all, I need to organize. I have a whole, like, pack of pens that I bought in Japan. Just for rolling rights. Oh, okay. I see a little bit pen. So we have black. Oh, this is a pen. I don't want a pen. I want an erasable pen. I guess I can use the pen for Edith. Let me see. That's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. I mean, it works, but it's not good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. We got it. I guess I'll make Edith the thicker one. So I have a 0.5 and a 0.7. Ultrasonic's color says, very nice day here today and feeling better. How about you? I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sad you were feeling back. I'm sad you're feeling not well. Ultrasonic color. Stand by for what? Yeah. No. I am going to have to do an overhaul before next Sunday as well, because I'm having some people over to play games, y'all. Okay, so I get to choose anything, and then I must do that. And when I plant or water, can I do it anywhere with the rondelle action instead of the garden action? That's the nope, I have to do it, so I have to do it in 4. And if I don't take, well, Edith will take it and mark off things, so but then if I don't take that, Edith is going to, that's a 5, Edith is going to not allow me to have my rain barrel, which is terrible. And then 6, compost and for goods. Basically, she's not gonna give me my very first extra action. Edith! Yikes. Okay, if I allow her to get rid of all my pumpkins in 4, then that means that I won't be able to do a crocus, a daffodil, iris, or a hydrangea, which is absolutely terrible. And I'm gonna do a shed action. Spend 3 compost for 1. 2 points for beans. The tractor, when planting, plant up to 3 crops, which is very nice, but I don't think she's gonna mess with my seed spreader. She's gonna mess with my points. I think I want the rain barrel, because it's going to rain at least 3 times. Ultrasonic color says, wasn't feeling bad, but had a medical procedure Friday and in recovery. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. Oh yeah, I know. Stand by. We have technical difficulties, the pen kind. Edith is intense. I don't understand what's wrong with Edith. Edith needs to stop being a Karen, is all I'm saying. I am going to go ahead and do this one. So I'm doing this one, so I need to go ahead and do in number 5. I am going to do I get to plant 2 things. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this one, because she's going after pumpkins first, and then I will start my corn. You cannot do your beans until your corn grows to a certain length, and then you can start the beans on the trellis. So that's the gardening action. So I can plant 2 or water. I had no plants, so I gotta plant 2. Then it's shed time. I said I wanted the rain barrel, so I'm gonna go for the rain barrel. And now Edith is going to take this. So Edith is gonna be a little turd. And when she gardens, she's going to go for my pumpkins, tallest pumpkins, in number 4 first. So she's gonna basically say, I cannot do this at all, and ruin that little section. And then she's gonna do it again. Oh no. Which means I definitely cannot do this daffodil either, because you need the pumpkins on either side to do the daffodil. And I think that's what I remember, right? Is when the pumpkins on either side get filled, then I get my perennial right away. Yep, you take the perennial action in between them. So that was Edith doing 2 gardening and ruining my pumpkins in number 4, which also means I won't be able to get this iris action as well. Ultrasonic says Edith needs to stop and smell the flowers. Ben says, I noticed that the derogatory statements towards Edith have escalated. Yes. Very true. Very, very true. Okay, if I don't take the 6, Edith is gonna ruin this pumpkin and not allow me to do my tulip. But if I take... Okay. Which is totally fine. And she only ruins one thing? Yeah, 1 crop. Okay. If she's just gonna ruin pumpkins, corn, then beans. So she's gonna ruin 2 corns and 4. Which oh, it says it here. Pumpkins, corn, beans. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So I don't need to deal with that. I understand that now. Oh, and it tells me here what she does is she basically marks off one of the stars, so I can't have that. Okay, so good. So so I don't need my rule book. Okay, I like that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna take a 6. So my 6th gardening action is going to be start my pumpkin so that Edith doesn't ruin it. And then it was this one, right? I get 1 compost and I get 4 goods, which is good. Okay. And oh wait, did I do that wrong? I should have done this first because then I had to do the 4 after. Okay. And then Edith is gonna do this. So my second one has to be the lowest dice, so I had to do the 6 before the 4. Okay, and then that Edith is gonna do the 4 twice. Gonna mess up with my pumpkins, my last pumpkin, ruining my perennials. And then she's gonna get rid of one of these corn. Terrible. Terrible. Okay. So all this pumpkin's gonna get damaged by Edith. And then I get a shed action. Okay. I need to fill 4 peach boxes. I need 4 peach boxes, and I need to have compost. So I need 15 plus compost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, how do I get more compost? Because I only get 1 compost from that. Oh, I get a shed action, so I'm gonna fill this in. And now I do have a rain barrel. So I need to remember that. Okay, that is round 1. Now we're on to round 2. I did have to take for the lowest, yeah. Karen, Edith, go away. Go home. Yeah, no, I should have taken the 6 before the 4. Because yeah, I have to take the lowest for my second action. And Edith just goes around in a clockwise order from the apiary or yard. So I need to remember that. Okay, so now it's gonna be this and this, right? We start from where Edith is and we go forward. Do we start on the same space as Edith, or do we go in the planning phase? Oh, on the space with Edith. Okay, I was about to say I was not gonna skip this space. Okay, so that's going here. And then this is here, and then this is here, and then Edith is here. Okay. So what's gonna happen is Edith is gonna take away my wax, which is a lot of goods. Okay. But I'll have to take that anyways. So do I want to go to the farmer's market with only 4 goods, which I can get compost from, which is not bad. And then Edith doesn't get rid of part of my crocus, which is also fine. Or do I do the shed time? Because I can't do both. I have to do that and then the lowest. Wow, okay. And Edith is going to get rid of my shovel. Spend 3 compost for an extra action, which is really bad. But if I do that, then Edith is going to get rid of my crocus, which is okay, I guess. But I needed the compost, and I could have started perennials. And I could have gotten tulip. So I think I am gonna do this. I'm gonna do the shed time. So I'm gonna do a 3 garden, which is here. I don't necessarily need to worry about this. Well, yes, I do. Because if Edith goes for that, I will do this one first though. Because Edith will go for that or that. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then I get to shed time it. I do want more peaches. So I guess I could do a tie save. Or do I go for the shovel? If I go for the shovel, does Edith get rid of my shovel? I don't think Edith ruins a thing that I've already started though. Where's the shed? Okay. Yeah, never causes an item that you've already completed? Oh. Wait, hold on. So I have to complete it. She can cross off something I've started. If you already completed chosen shed item or she has already crossed it off, she passes. But what happens if I just started it? Oh, if I planted it, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't, like, pull out my plants. But if I start a shed action, she does, she can still get rid of it. Boo! Okay. Well, I do need peaches, so I'm gonna start with that. So that was my shed time. I know Edith changes the whole game because she's literally stopping you. It's no longer multiplayer solitaire. She's actually writing on your paper, which is very, very rude. While in regular games, no one's messing with your garden. So yeah, it does change how the game feels than in the regular game. So Edith is gonna take a 2. She's gonna get rid of my pumpkin, which is very, very rude. Which now means that I cannot do this tulip. Oh, and then she's gonna do an apiary or yard with a 2. So she goes apiary first with the 2. That means she's gonna go down and get rid of this wax. So I can no longer get 4 goods or 5 points. Okay, and then I have to take this action, which is a 2 on the garden. Okay, so that means this iris is also gone. So, oh wait, I did not do 3. Oh, I didn't do 2 actions on this. 2 plants. I forget it's 2 planting. Oh, I said I did 2 plants here. I'm gonna do 2 plants here. And then I need to do the apiary or yard action. Apiary or yard action. Okay, well, I need peaches, so I'm gonna do a peach. And I think that is just 1, right? Apiary yard is just 1. It's only in the gardening that you get 2. Yes. Okay. Ultrasonic Color says Edith is straight up the worst ever. She's that woman in the community garden plot. I have it. Edith is basically Mary and Pippin messing with the farmer Magus crops in Lord of the Rings. That would be an interesting re-theme of the game. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Can you imagine? Oh, that was Chocolate Wine. Chocolate Wine said that about Mary and Pippin. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Mara says, can you imagine your neighbor just straight up taking your stuff? I know, right? So weird. Okay. Edith is now gonna mess with my 5 garden plots. She cannot mess with my pumpkin. So then she's gonna mess with my corn and just get rid of one of them. I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Okay. And then she's going to the farmer's market, so she's gonna mess with my crocus and not allow me to get those 6 points. But now it's gonna rain, so I get to water every single plant, and it's gonna grow that I've planted so far, which is nice because now I have an extra action, which is good. But I just cannot garden. So that was 2, 3. Now 4. I did not plant anything. Oh, she's gonna ruin my whole floor plot. Okay. Then 5. I get to plant this, and I get this, which means I get another good. And then this one is this, so I get another action. Do I get compost from crocus, or do I go for peaches? Or do I go and finish my pie safe? Ooh, I'm gonna go and finish my pie safe. So I get this, and I get this. Okay. So that was the rain. Oh, and when after rain, I get to water 1 extra zone. Okay. What extra zone do I want to rain on? That will give me another 2 goods. That will grow my corn. This is growing 2 things. This is growing 1 thing. But if I grow this, then I get a hyacinth as well. Ooh. And the hyacinth will give me 2 other goods. Okay, let's do this. So we got this, and we got this. So we got 2 goods here. And now I finished both of these, which is mine. I get that hyacinth here, which means I go here and I get the 2 extra goods here, which gives me another extra action. And this is the awesome thing about the combo wombo in this game. Okay. Okay, I guess I will do my peaches for my extra action, which means I get to water another thing. So let's go ahead and I guess we'll water the 2. I guess, or do I water? No, I'm gonna water the 2 corn. Okay. And that's done finally. Wow. Ultrasonic Color said, Edith, the human community garden raccoon. I don't know, some raccoons are cute. I don't think Edith is that cute. Okay, so that was round 2. I need to get 4 peaches by round 3 to get the most points. Okay. And right now I have 10 goods. Oh man, so I'm not gonna be at 20. Mara says, yeah, but raccoons are cute. Exactly. Okay. Oh, okay. So is the pumpkin a 6 or a 1? It's a 1. Pumpkins are a 1. So it's a 1, 3, 3, and a 4. So that means that Edith is gonna take this if she can. And apiary 1 means that she's gonna go for my wax again. And she's gonna go for this one. And she's gonna go for my crocuses. And that pumpkin. Do I want her to take that? Or do I want a double on the 3s? But I finished that. If I take this one, I have to do this. So it's either 1 or 4. If I took the 4 on the shed time, I'm preventing her from getting rid of my fruit bowl and messing with number 4, which she's gonna mess with a lot. And 4 is almost getting plummeted, like really badly. Maybe I fancy label it. Oh, I did harvest a peach, so I get another good from my pie safe. Totally forgot about that. Okay. So yeah. I would do a 4 and 3 instead of 1 and 3. That is the question. I think I need to do the 1 and 3, huh? She's gonna mess with my 4. It's gonna be terrible. My poor 4. It's fine. Hey, Dutch Yoda, how's it going? Oh, yeah, that's true. Edith will look you dead in the eyes while she takes your stuff. Oh man, that is very true. Okay, so I am going to garden in 1, which means I can start 2. Since that, okay, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do an apiary or yard action. So I'm gonna harvest a peach, and when I harvest a peach, I get another good. Okay. And then Edith is gonna do a 3 action. So she's gonna mess with my 3. She has no more pumpkins to mess with because I actually finished them. So she's gonna mess with one of my corn next. And then she's going to do another corn. Terribly. Okay. And then I have to do a 3. Oh, wait! I've been playing that wrong. She should have gone first on the rain. We're on round 3. She should have gone first on round 2. Okay, it's okay. I'm learning this. Okay, so I'm going first this round. She's going first next round. I must remember this. Okay, so I get to do a 3 garden action. So I'll plant these 2 corns. And then I get to plant a water again in number 3. So I have to water number 3. Okay, and then Edith is going to get rid of my fruit bowl completely. I cannot do that anymore. I forgot. And then I get to farmer's market though. So I need to remember next time that Edith goes first on 4. I wish there was an E, so that I remember that. But anyways, okay, 1, 2. I am not at 20, so I get 1 perennial and 1 compost. 1 perennial. Do I yard it? Yes, I yard it. I yard it with the tulip, which means that I get another peach, which means I get another good, which means I get to water 1 thing, 1 section. Do I get 6 points? Do I go here? Oh no, I'm gonna go here and water my pumpkins here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so on this round, Edith is gonna go first. And I did do the 4 peaches in round 3, so I get 5 points for that. Now I get to do a bonus action and a perennial and claim the this leftmost box, so I get 5 points. So I get a bonus action and a perennial. I can get 2 goods per peach harvested, so that's another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means I have 3 more bonus actions to do, y'all. Okay, Dutch Yoda says, all good here, how are you? What are the changes compared to OG 3 Sisters? So, there is 4, there's basically 11 new chapters with mini changes in a campaign, but each of the chapters can be played as a standalone mini expansion module. The first chapter is the same as the base game, but all the 11 chapters are different, and they will have different sheets, different goals, different boards that get added. So I am doing the second chapter, which means it adds these 2 goals to do, and that's it from the base game. Chocolate Wine says, just a lady stealing Panda's hard-earned crops. Traumatic. Yes. And we have found out, Dutch Yoda, that the rock garden and the weather expansion is not in this game. Okay. I have 3 actions, 3 bonus actions I can do. Okay. What am I gonna do, y'all? What am I going to do? 3 bonus actions. I can do this. What is coming up? Wait, we're here. We're still on 3. It's gonna rain. Oh, I can plant in any zone? I can plant in any zone. What would be good for me to plant? I can plant in any zone. If I do 2 bonus actions here. And I do need a bunch of compost. But I can also... Okay, I can get compost from that. If I... Okay, I am going to use 2 of mine to do this, and now I can plant in any zone. I am going to start this one because I want to keep that pumpkin, and then I'll start a corn. I still have 1 extra action. Per 2 beans. You know what? I should start my apiary, right? Raspberries. Raspberries do not do anything for me right now. I guess I will start my apiary, or do I go and start do an apple, do a compost, do a shed action, take 1 perennial instead of rondelle action. Oh, that's mulch. That's interesting. Well, I can wheelbarrow it. I get goods after shed actions, but I need somehow to get more compost. Seed spreader is very good. Especially now. You know what? I'm gonna go here and do the daffodil, which will allow me to do the seed spreader. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Okay, so now Edith will go first. So I need to remember this. Okay. So that's gonna go here. These are gonna go here. And this is gonna go here. Edith is gonna go first. She's going to mark off the next thing so that I cannot do it, sadly. And she's gonna get rid of 1 thing in 1. So she's gonna get rid of this pumpkin, unfortunately, which means I can't do this hydrangea. Okay. So that's not too bad. Okay, so now it's my turn. I can either do shed time, which is good because I don't want her to get rid of this mulch. And it was finish me on this thing. And then I'm guaranteed to do this 3. And she's gonna do it anyways. So she started. And now it's me. And yeah, she's gonna guarantee to do a apiary action, which will be honey. Wait, she's gonna get rid of 8 points on the honey. I'm not even doing apiary, so that's okay. But she's gonna mess with my 3 board, which, okay, she's just gonna do some beans, get rid of some beans. That's okay. So I'll do 6 and a shed time. Should I water all these? And then it's gonna rain. Let's do it. Let's water instead. And instead of planting. And it'll rain, and then that will activate some stuff. And then it's shed time, so I'm continuing on. Or do I do the hydrangea compost thing? Yes, I think I do the hydrangea compost thing. Okay. And that is me. Edith is gonna mess with my 3, which is going to be... There's no more pumpkins for her to mess with, so she's gonna mess with a corn. And then she's gonna mess with my honey. And not allow me to get those 6 points. And then I'm going to do... Let's see. I'm gonna do the corn... Plant my corn so that she has to then go with the beans. And then I get to do an apiary or yard action. I can get a bunch of those. I can start on the apiary. Or do I just not worry about the apiary? You know what? Let's go 10, 20, 30, oh wait, 15, 20. Okay, I'm at 20. I'm at 20. Okay, so I think I need points? Or do I do for... Let's see. apple or peach, I would get 1 compost. I think I'm gonna go with blackberries and start getting some points. Which I wish I had done that instead, but that's okay. Hello Deadpan, welcome in. Happy Sunday. What have you and Giggles been playing? Okay, so that was that. Now we get to do the rain. Make it rain. So then I get 2 of those. And then over here, I'm going to get 3 points. So that's 3 points per those corn. And then over here, that's almost done. And then over here, I planted nothing in the 4 section. And then all of this corn's gonna grow. And that's already done. And then over here on 6, okay, so let's do the corn first. Then I get this 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't get a bonus action here, but then I get this tulip action, which does nothing. And then I get this one, which is 2, 1, 2. And then I get this hyacinth action, which gives me another 2, which then gives me a bonus action. And when I hyacinth it, that's hydrangea. Okay, so hydrangea is when I get +1 compost. I'm gonna put a little mark here so I remember. So I get 1 bonus action. And then the daffodil's not yet because that's not done. But I can make it rain because I have a rain barrel after the 1 zone. So I can make it rain here and get crocus and daffodil right now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it rain here in 1, which means I get 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And even though that only grows 1 plant, now I get to mark off a daffodil. And I get to mark off a crocus, which gives me +2 compost. Okay. That's the make it rain from the rain barrel. I still have 1 extra bonus action. I think I need to do the blackberry harvest now that I'm going through that. Or do I do a seed spreader? I think I do a seed spreader. Okay. Deadpan says, just unlock here and there. Game group hasn't been meeting up. Oh, that's so sad. Make it rain with the money. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, I've been forcing myself to reach out to people to get the game groups together. Okay. We are on to the next round. This time I am the star player. And I forgot I can change the die results with my compost. If I did this, I can get extra bonus actions. I've been getting a lot of them from the goods, so that's fine. I think I need to do a farmer's market action. Okay. Well, there's that farmer's market action I was just talking about. And of course she's gonna do the apiary yards. So it's my turn first. And when Edith goes, she's actually gonna do this instead. And she's gonna go down my honey. And then I'll have to do the lowest. So if I go here first, she's gonna go there. Then I can do this, which is nice. And then she's gonna go there. So she's gonna do 2 of those honeys. Okay, that's totally fine, I think. So I'm gonna do this first. It's me first, yeah. Ninja, almost 5 p.m., almost dinner time. What are you going to have for dinner? What are you going to have for dinner? Okay. So I can plant some beans. I can start planting beans. Let's plant some beans. And then I get to do it again. I can't plant. I could plant my last bean, but I think I'm just gonna water it. So that means I get that 1 point for that. Get the 1 point for that. I get the 3 points for this. And I get that one. Okay, so that's done. Edith is gonna do the number 4 because even though this is the lowest, she wants to do this one. So she's gonna get rid of these 2 corn. Basically, she has taken over this plot, and I have let her. And then she's gonna go after honey. And then it's me, and I'm gonna take this one here. And I gotta grow. I gotta plant some stuff. I haven't done my seed spreader yet. Okay, now I get to farmer's market. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 33. So I have 33. Oh, almost to this. So I get a perennial and I get a extra action in the yard. So I get perennial of my choice. That's end of game. I get per yard item. Really? 1 point per yard item? Let me just double check this. Perennials. That is the tulip. Per item harvest in the yard. Okay. So I think I will do that. Well, hold on. Do I want to apple? That's going to give me compost. That's good. Or do I want a shed item? I can do a shed item and do the seed spreader. And then I have another yard and blackberries, and I can get another good and get another action and finish my seed spreader. Let's do that first. Shed, seed spreader. How did I think I was gonna do this? Oh, and then I had a yard there. Which means I get to blueberry, and because I blueberried, I get... Oh no, I didn't do that one! Boo! I did not do the hydrangea. Rumble. Okay. Okay. Let's not do that first then. Let's do this one first. Now I did the blueberry. Now I get this. Now I get an extra action. Now we can do this. Okay, and I'm still 1 away from the seed spreader. Okay. But that's okay. That's okay. Alright, that's me. Then Edith is gonna ruin the rest of the crops in 4 and get rid of more of my honey from the honeybees. And then I get to do a farmer's market. I am at 34. I'm at 34, y'all. Oh god. Okay. I would have gotten 2 perennial actions. I still get perennial action. I still get a yard action. Okay. So I'm gonna do a perennial action. I could do a shed. I can do a shed. Do I want perennial or do I want shed? I'm gonna do this. Oh, how else am I gonna do the tulip? It's fine. I'm gonna do the shed. I'm gonna finish off the seed spreader so that I can plant more, which is very important. I wish I had a highlighter, honestly. Okay, so that was that farmer's market. So now it is Edith's turn to start. Ninja says, I wish I had a bank account. You would buy this game. And you're having pizza for dinner. Are you a pineapple on pizza person? Ooh, that just messed up my whole thing. Okay. Okay, so Edith is gonna go here. Ooh, we're getting things spread out now. Edith is gonna go first. Edith is gonna do this. On to... There's no more pumpkins. She's gonna get rid of a corn for me. And she's gonna get... She cannot get rid of the pie safe. Yay! Now it's my turn. If I can either do this and this. No. I would do these in 2. If I chose this one, Edith's gonna choose that one. I would do this one. If I choose this one, Edith's gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one. If I choose this one, okay. So it's either these 2 or these 2. Well, I don't care if Edith messes up. Oh, but she's gonna get rid of extra actions, which is terrible. And number 5, Edith is going to split hive. That's gonna not allow me. I'm not doing a lot of apiaries, which is fine then. Wait, does she do both? Have I been messing that up? I thought she did one. Oh, she only does one. Yay! Oh, I didn't. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, but see, here she's supposed to do yards, and those she's supposed to do apiaries. Okay, but that's okay. So she, instead of doing honey here, she was supposed to do blackberries. Okay, so good thing I know she did twice. So let's get rid of these two. I'll just get rid of some blackberries. Okay. So yard, that means she's gonna get rid of more blackberries. Okay. And 5. Wait, that's okay too. You know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna use a compost to change that into a I'll change it into a 3 -2 and plant that. Okay, and then I get 1 compost and 4 goods. Hawaiian pizza. I know, I do like me a Hawaiian pizza. Okay, Edith is now going to deal with my 5. She has no corn to go off on, so she's gonna get rid of those beans. And then because this is a yard, I wish they just did not place that there and placed it over here, but anyways, yard 5, she's gonna get rid of a blue blackberry. Okay, that was Edith. Now it's me. I deal with my 6th yard. I guess I can plant 2 things. I can plant beans and a corn. And then it's shed time. Oh, I already have my seed spreader. Oh, I get to plant another thing. Okay, so I got to plant. I cannot plant anything else here. Okay, that's fine. But I get to plant a 3rd thing here, so I'm gonna plant another corn. And then I'm doing a shed thing. Okay, I did that. I have those. I have those. Should I start now for points? Because we're almost at the end of the game. Harvested pumpkin. How many pumpkins have I harvested? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. That's 7 points right there. I think I'm gonna do that. Well, she's not gonna. Yeah, that's fine. What do I do? A shovel. I think that's gonna give me extra actions. I'm gonna try for the shovel. Okay. And now it's the farmer's market. So I have 38. So now I can do 2 perennials and 1 compost. So I get a compost. And I'm gonna do 2 perennials. I need at least 15 composts. That is not gonna happen. I don't know how that. Oh no, I need at least 5 to 7. That already happened. Okay. To get 1 point. Oh man. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I am gonna go get this tulip, which is a lot of points. And then I'm gonna get this hydrangea, because when I get the hydrangea, where is it? I get 1 compost. So I get the hydrangea, I get 1 compost, I get an apple. Okay. That was my 2, and I already got my compost. Okay, so that's the farmer's market. And now for the last round of the game. And it's me as the start player. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. 3, 5, 5, and a 6. And I get to start. She's definitely doing this. Oh, she's doing this first, so I don't have to worry about that. Farmer's market. I think she's gonna do this first. So my question is, do I want to plant and water in 6 twice? Which I guess I do. I can water and then plant, and then it's gonna rain. That's gonna give me 6 points there. Or I can apiary or yard it, which is gonna give me another 2 points. But I can do this and do an extra. Nope, that's gonna give me another. It's gonna give me another action. And then she's gonna apiary the honey, which I'm totally fine by. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this first. 6. I am going to water this, so I get 3 points, 1 point, and then I get this to grow, and then again, I get to plant 3. So now I get to plant 3 things. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's good. And then Edith is gonna do a 5. She's just gonna go after this one bean that's still here. And then she's going to apiary 5, which is getting rid of a split hive, which I don't care because I have not even gone there. Now, do I let her do it again? She's gonna just skip that and just do that. That's fine. Then I will do this, which is 3. I can't use it, but I can use a compost to change the die into a 2. And I can plant 3. And then I can go ahead and do the farmer's market. I have 38 still, which means I get 1 more compost and I get to do 2 perennial options. Hydrangeas allow me to add a compost, which I'll give 10. I can compost and then plant water. I wonder if that will help me. I think that won't help. That might help me get another 6 points. Maybe. Do I blackberry it? Blackberry will give me another extra action. Compost plus compost. If I did 2 compost, that will give me an extra. That won't give me any extra points. Okay. So hydrangeas give me, what was it again? Compost. Okay. Or do I plant and water in 1 zone? And that was from the 3 die. So I have to plant a water in the 2 zone. That won't give me anything. I guess I'll blackberry it. Doing 2 hydrangeas, which gives me 2 composts, and a blackberry gives me another good, which gives me an extra action. I guess I could shed it. What was the thing I was going to do in the shed? Oh, I didn't even do the shovel. I guess I'll shed it and do my shovel, which now means I can spend 3 compost for 1 extra action, which would give me 4 points here. 3 those, that does not help. Oh, it would give me 5 points. Okay. So I'm gonna spend 3 compost for an extra action. The raspberry, if I hydrangea, I get a compost and a raspberry, which gives me 3 more goods. Okay. This is my very last turn. Oh my god. Okay. And then she's gonna mess with 5. She can't mess with 5. But now she's going into the apiary and she's getting rid of some of my split hive, which is very powerful, but I don't do apiaries enough in this game. And now I'm gonna rain, and after it rain, I get to water 1 zone. Okay. So let's make it rain. Starting with 1, which gives me nothing. 2 is gonna give me another point and another point. and just to grow on a corn, and another 3 points, and another point here, and another 3 points, and another point here, and nothing else. The 4 is lost to Edith. This is gonna give me 3 points here, and 3 points here. And then the 6 is going to give me a point here and here. So I'm gonna make it rain.
That's what I'm gonna be doing every single night.
6.
Dollar
That'll give me
bills,
6
y'all.
points. If I make it rain here, nothing. If I make it rain here, nothing. Yeah. So I'm making it rain here, which is additional 6 points. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Wait, did I do that one? Yes, I did, I think. Okay. Dollar bills, yo! Oh, thank you, Chocolate Wine, for using 15 biddies to make it rain dollar bills. I forgot about that. I forgot. That's so perfect, though. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. I think I'm done. Oh no, I can do another action and get 4 more points. If I did a peach, because I still get 3 compost for 1. If I did a peach, that's gonna do me nothing. Do I have 6 compost? 3? I do. So I can get 7 points, or I can just get 4 points. If I can get 2 more goods, I would get another action. That's 2. No. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 was going to give me an extra action. I'm going to do this for peach, which does nothing. No, when I harvest the peach, I get another good. Did I forget that? No, I did not. Okay, then I got 3 more. That's going to give me 7 points right there. Okay. I think that's it. Did I forget that Edith gets to do anything on the rounds? I might have. Let me just double check that. I don't think Edith gets to do anything rounds. Hello! Thank you so much, Dutch Yoda. Thank you. Okay, let's see how well we did. Okay, first of all, let's make dirt. I have a total of 12, so I get another 5 points for that. Okay, so garden. How many points do I get for my gardens? Let's look. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 plus 12. 27 plus 12 is 39. So I got 39 for my garden. Not bad, not bad. Perennials. I got 7 plus 1 per yard item. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 17 for my perennials. I get apiary, nothing. A big goose egg. My yard gave me 6 points here. My shed gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points here. Do I get anything else? Nope. Okay. And then I bonus 10 points there. Yes. And I think that's it. I don't think I get any bonus for goods. Where's the scoring? End of game. Points. Yep. Uh-huh. Yard. Shed. Bonus. Expansion module. Okay. Let's see what I did. Okay. We have 10. This is going to be... We have a 10. We have 14 here. We have 40, 56 here, which makes this a 70, which means I have a total of 80 points. Let's see what it says in the rulebook. 80 points means dun, 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 you have been crowned state champ. Yay! Of the fair. 80 to 99. I got that just over the line. You have been crowned state champ. There you go. I'm not internet famous blogger yet though. Okay, so that is the second module. Hello, John. I'm about to head out. Wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you so much. GG's in chat, please. Yeah, me, John, Jose, and Phantom got to play Soothsayers, which is a fun little game. Let's see, is it trick taking? No. Soothsayers is it's weird. I don't think I've ever played a game like Soothsayers. Like you can follow other people's actions, but if you have a lower level than them, you have to pay them. But it's almost like you're just trying to get the highest levels of things in order to get up to the first person to 5 points. It's a race game. Very interesting race game, to be honest. Hello, Rolo. New write and play? Sort of. This is Three Sisters is an older game, but they came out with the Harvest Edition, and the Harvest Edition gives you this Petal Haven, which is 12 chapters, 11 mini expansions to the game that you can play in a campaign style, or that you can go ahead and play as mini modules, right? So New Beginnings is the base game. Teachable Moments gives you these two new ways to get points or objectives, and there's a bunch of them that you can use. And then Back to School gives you a different two. Lord of the Beans and Companion Planting. Lord of the Beans says most harvested beans at the end of the round. And then Companion Planting says once you harvest one corn, one bean, and one pumpkin from the same zone, you can plant in any zone. Ooh, that's gonna really increase the things. Yep. Okay, and then in chapter 4 we are getting some groundhogs, so we get a new board and we get some clovers and groundhogs that come and mess with stuff, which is very interesting. You're building your clover patch and trying to keep the groundhogs away from your crops. Okay, so there's new events, and you're gonna put events on the shed time sections. So when you do sheds, now there's events, and there's different random events that's gonna happen. Interesting. And groundhogs are gonna eat your stuff. Aha. Oh yeah, right, Rolo? Hope the day doesn't loop. We'll see. I don't know. Interesting. Hello, Timey. Hi, Time Roller. How's it going? Okay. So the groundhogs has their own like entry into your yard, and you're gonna be placing them onto your sheet. Oh no! Wait, hold on. They block you from taking actions in any section of your farm where they're present. You can still do the perennials of the same area, but you cannot take the gardening action, except for rain events, and they'll still water because groundhogs don't stop the rain, if that makes sense. Okay, but then how do you get rid of the groundhogs? There's clovers. You get okay. You can spend your clover to clear one groundhog. That's how you get rid of groundhogs. You gotta spend 1 clover. You can spend 2 clovers to take a perennial action. So groundhogs are the cubes. So there's 1 groundhog or 3 groundhogs. Oh, they can go all over your stuff. Okay, interesting. Groundhogs are going to come. I wonder if it should have been bunnies eating your plants, but they can't get rid of your plants. They just block you. So, okay, that makes more sense anyways. And then you have double dog, where now groundhogs are even more, and they get rid of 1 shed action. Wow. They get rid of 1 shed action. That's very interesting. But it allows you to clean up groundhogs easier. And no clover costs. Okay. But you get to take a perennial action. That's very interesting. And then you have the great pumpkin. So now you have a new gardening sheet with this pumpkin. And that's going to give you things as you go through the different, from grow those pumpkins, the growth rings. Okay. How do you grow the pumpkins? When you water the crops in a specific zone, you grow the pumpkin's vines. Okay. And then we have Pumpkin City. That's gonna also get rid of a shed. That's interesting. Allow you to plant anywhere and get 2 goods. I don't know, because sheds are so important for points and, you know, getting more efficient actions. That'd be interesting. Edith and groundhogs. I know everyone's just trying to mess up your garden. Chocolate wine. That's true. Entry from below. They're basically just digging up your field. Rolo says, I don't mind module play, but don't like it when they used to change rules. Which rules are correct? They're not changing the rules, they're adding to the rules. So they have not said anything is different from the base rules. They're just saying now you have new rules that you play with. Groundhogs don't stop the rain. Sounds like a song from the 70s. That's very true, Timey. Very, very true. Rolo says, don't they predict the winter? They do, but I don't think they predict the rain, which is funny. And then now we can build a barn. I knew it was on top of the shed, but they don't match completely. So in chapter 8, you have barn builders, which basically said that you have these, let's just do this since I'm gonna have to open it anyways. So you have a barn that you're building that covers up your shed, but it doesn't match exactly. Or does it? Oh, maybe it does. Maybe you don't even get the tractor. And then you can flip it. And now you get points. Let's see, if I flipped it in order, what's gonna happen? This is going to basically allow, you're gonna use a cube, and then you'll get 1 apiary plant in a zone, plant 2 times in 1 zone, and then water all, and then 1 point per 2 corn. And then you have this one, which is a bean frencher. When you harvest a bean, gain a good honey extractor. When you take a apiary action, you get to go up on the tulips, and tulips allow you to plant zones, get goods for peaches, and get a lot of points. And then sledgehammer, forfeit the shared die rondelle action to take 2 shed actions instead. I don't know how that's gonna deal with the solo though. Oh, Edith is going to basically block you from getting these points. Oh, and it goes from bottom to top. Interesting. It doesn't go from top to bottom. It goes, oh, well, that makes sense. You're building the barn from bottom to top. But Edith can stop you from getting these points. You immediately get 7 goods and 1 perennial action. And then you get to do this stuff. Sledgehammer, forfeit the shared die rondelle action to take 2 sheds instead. But Oh, she doesn't block them, she just increases the cost to build the tile. Oh, interesting. Huh. So, I don't know how this will work, the sledgehammer, because in the solo game, you don't have a shared... you know, I guess you don't just do the sledgehammer? I'll have to ask that. But yeah. Barn builders. I thought they were called armors. Anyone can build a barn. They just do it really well. So that's a question for the designers. Is what happens with the sledgehammer in a solo game. Alright, and then we have Poppy's Pepper Festival, which gives you a different sheet here, and now you'll have apiary. No, yes, apiary, and then the yard has peppers instead of fruits. Yeah. And they give you different bonuses, and you'll get different shed items that you can do. Okay. And then chapter 10 is a field trip fundraiser, which gives you a lot of recipe cards to get you more points. And then you have a market board that now replacing this farmer's market chart. Okay, that's interesting. I think I like that better. And then the new mill will give you a new farmer's market chart, plus the mill. Okay. That's interesting. And then you can do basically any of these chapters with a little bit more, with, you know, just on its own. You don't have to go in order. That's pretty cool. I think the only question I had was the sledgehammer. I'll have to remember to do that. So let's repack this up in a way that will be fine. So we have our groundhogs here. We have the extra dice that I need to put away. And these are the player packs. Those two needs to go in here. We have these clovers. This is where this went into. Dice. The dice is nice. I never put pencils into my like roll and write game boxes. There's enough room that I could, but I don't do it. Okay, I don't think I need this bag, huh? Nope. 2 bags for the stash. And here's the groundhog expansion board. What happened to my other board? So these are the 2 new paper pads. Oh, this was the new market board. The new water wheel board, which will give you points and actions and goods, which is very similar to perennials. And then this goes into here, and then we'll do the boards. So this is the same. This has not changed. It's just that these will get added to it. Okay. And then I will put my rule book here to keep them flat, and then we'll start. I always like the cards first because cards should not be bent, and then I can stuff everything else inside. Okay. Well, I am looking forward to trying this solo and going through everything and seeing what I like. So that is 3 Sisters from start to finish. Yay! Thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. Okay, so let's see who we're gonna raid into and set that up first. And then we'll talk about what I have planned for the upcoming week. Is Timey on yet? No. Boop, 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 boop. Deadpan says I bought a box of half pencils, so all my roll and write games have plenty in the box. Oh, do they have erasers on them? Did you buy erasers for them? Most half pencils do not have erasers. I like the half pencils that have erasers, right? Oh, thank you, Bonds. I hope you have a restful and fun weekend. Oh, they do have erasers on them. Even better, Deadpan. A nice Rillo. Love. I don't see anyone who's from Board Games live. Timey, are you going live? I don't think Timey does live on the weekends. Two Puppets is playing Minecraft. I could just check for who's in the board game category. Let's find somebody new. We have someone playing. Okay, nope, don't know what they're playing. Is this in French? That's in French. We don't know French. Also another one in French. There's a lot of French. French. That one's in Spanish, Espanol, unfortunately. And then we have, we have a TTS Cbis. Okay, board games. Don't know about that. It's a cooperative game. We might pop into there. And does anyone know Leb Parkour 2594? Let's see. We have a Extra Life stream, tabletop appreciation stream, which would be fun. The Dorksmen, I don't know them. Let's see. We have Mega Shrub. I know Mega Shrub, right? Sunday at the Table with Shrub, Endearment. Wow, there's a lot of people in board games that I'm not sure of. Oh, and there's another person doing Extra Life, Penn State Phil. Extra Life 2026 in Colorado. Does anyone have any suggestions? Judge says, I know a bunch of French. Yeah, let me know if there's anybody that you think we should raid into. I'm more leaning towards like one of the Extra Life streams or Mega Shop. I've seen them around, or actually their name around. But while we're deciding, first of all, thank you to all the new followers. Thank you to Ninja, Ultrasonic, Rapper James, and Howie Shack for the follows. And then this weekend on Tuesday, Andrew Styles is back, joining me for Digging for Dinos, one of his new games, and we're going to play it on BGA. We're going to try to do Layers Game 2 Box 1 of that campaign with John Gonzalez on Thursday. It's going to be at 11 a.m. instead of noon. And then on Friday, M Peoples is back because it's a new month. So 11 a.m. on Friday as well. We're going to play BGA games with chat. I hope you can join us for a game or two. And then Sunday, if I can get my button gear and everything organized and cleaned out, I'm going to have some people over. It's going to be crazy because I got to reorganize this whole area, whole streaming area, for some in real life board gaming. So if I can do it, we're going to try and play Pack of Penguins with Ben Lee, the designer, and it's currently on Kickstarter. You saw Bonds' short form video of it. It's a very cute family level game, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So does anyone know who they want to raid into? I'm guessing no one. Let me put in the raid command, and I found out I do have a M Peoples raid command that I just forgot about, that I actually made. But it's a Panda and Peoples raid, so I'll have to remember that for Friday. Raid sub. There's your raid commands. Let's see who we're gonna raid into. Let's go right into the... I don't know. The Placor, no. Should we do Extra Life? There's the Dorksman and Penn State Phil are both streaming at the same time for Tabletop Appreciation Day. And then Mega Shrub is streaming as well. I don't know anybody else. There's a bunch of people in French. And someone's playing Arkham Horror. Unfortunately, there's no person of color that's doing English, and there's no women streaming at this time. So let's just go ahead and support Extra Life then. And we'll go and raid the Dorksmen. I am not... They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. So let's just do this. We'll start the raid. We'll find someone new. Hopefully they're good people. Don't follow if you don't feel like you want to follow. But it's always good to find some new people. But I do hope to see you all next week for a bunch of different games. And I just want to say I love you. I think you're awesome. Please take care of yourself. Hydrate. You know, get yourself some food if you haven't eaten yet. And don't forget to take your meds. Okay? Take care of yourself, everybody. Bye.